Hello everybody, thanks for watching Hollywood Sports, the most realistic sports channel on YouTube, and I take pride in that. I love realism. Real quick, I just wanted to bring you a video that talks about Madden NFL 25 trade value analysis. And you know, a lot of people say they like simulation, they want real simulation, where I think Madden is real simulation in the fact that they have owner mode right now. As far as the connected franchise, and how you can trade players and stuff. And that's what it's basically talking about in this article on EA Sports. It says Madden NFL 25 marks a major upgrade in how CPU teams propose and evaluate trade offers. Not only do owners put weight on how a proposed trade may affect their roster, but they also weigh what it could mean for the long-term health of the franchise. See, that's all how real teams work, organizations work. It talks about, do owners put the weight on how a proposed trade may affect the roster? You have to consider that. And they put that in Madden. People say they want things to be realistic. That part of it, maybe we don't have the realistic exact gameplay right now, but they're getting there. But right now, as far as the things go and how you do trades and it talks about the owner mode, man, this thing is getting real. It's kind of like you'll never get, if you would never be able to afford to own a real team in real life, but you can really own a franchise and run it just like the real deal. Okay, it shows right here, on this screen, talks about the trade list. It shows everything that's in the trade. Nick Foles with the Philadelphia Eagles, and it has all his stats. And they talk about trade needs and cap room and roster size. And so all that stuff is what really happens in the NFL. Okay? Let me keep reading. How does a player's contract affect the salary cap? Right? That's something that you really have to consider in real life. Will he be a good fit in their scheme? Because you don't want to have trade for somebody or draft somebody just because they have good ratings and are a good athlete. They might not fit your scheme. You see that all the time in the NFL. They'd be great for one team, they go to another team, and they're not the same anymore. It's because of the schemes changed. A lot of guys, they work good in a certain scheme. But a great example of that is in basketball. Teams have different schemes. So sometimes a player could be good with one team and not so good with another team. So that's why you see players with their strengths and weaknesses that fit your scheme. And I like the realism of this in Madden 25. The trade center was, how does a player contract affect the salary cap? Will he be a good fit in their scheme? Can draft picks that are offered turn into value down the road? Or is this year's draft class too thin to be worth trading a guy who's a consistent performer right now? All these factors weigh in the minds of the NFL's other 31 owners, and they're things you should consider as well. See, that's all simulation. That's all realistic stuff. You see Nick Foles throwing a pass right there. All right. And then it shows this screen here, transactions log. Along those same lines, you can quickly see a list of... Did I skip something? Okay, I did. That's where the Trade Center comes in. The Trade Center is redesigned in Madden NFL 25 to help you guide you through a process of acquiring players. If you want to improve your team, I mean, this is real. Whenever you add a player or draft pick to your offer, you'll see a color-coded gauge to let you know how interested the CPU is in your proposal. The Ravens aren't looking for you to send over some mid-tier quarterback when they've got a Super Bowl winner with an expensive new contract. But they're hungry for a pass-catching tight end. And with the inquiry to Dennis Pitta, so you're going to see a better response if you offer a player who fits their needs. even more so if that individual fits their scheme and has plenty of potential. So you just can't try to trade anybody. You got to trade something that they're going to have interest in. It's kind of in real life, an owner or a general manager. That's the way they have to operate if they want to have a successful trade. Okay, this is some realistic stuff. You got the transaction log here, right? And it says, along those same lines, you can quickly see a list of positions that your potential trade partners might need. So you can tailor your trade offer to make it mutually beneficial. Are you deep at wide receiver, but coming up short on defense? Look for a squad that needs an offensive boost and see if you can swap a solid receiver for a defensive player that can improve the squad. See, sometimes you got to give up a little to get a little. You got to make these good trades, and they have to fit your scheme. So you just can't be impatient. You really got to search the league, find the right team that maybe can use some of your receivers, and you can afford to give some up. Maybe you need that one defensive end or that one defensive tackle, right? Those are the kind of trades will be successful, and that's realistic. And it says CPU owners are always going to look at deals in both the short term as well as the present. Gone are the days of tricking owners into giving up their best players. Look for mutually beneficial opportunities, that help both teams get better in an area of need, and build your team through smart transactions and an eye toward future success. Future success. So that's real quick. I just wanted to bring that to you when they talk about trade value and analysis, because it's realistic. Nobody wants a bad trade. Everybody's trying to get that good trade or that good draft pick. They want to trade up. They want to trade down. So I hope you realize that the realism of Madden, and when it comes to trading players and stuff like that, and getting free agents and all this. This owner mode deal is pretty good, and I hope y'all see it that way. Again, I want to say thank you for watching Hollywood Sports, and as always, until next time, everybody.